Earth Day is tomorrow, and every year billions of people come together to find ways to protect our planet and make it a little bit greener. This year's theme is Take Action, Be a Part of the Green Revolution, and one way to help the planet is through regenerative farming. And here to talk more about it is Farmer Lee Jones. He's an expert on regenerative farming. Farmer Lee, thank you for being here. Of all the live shots today, you certainly had the prettiest. It's making me hungry for lunch. It looks beautiful, so I appreciate you being here. Let's start out with the basics. What is regenerative farming?
Regenerative farming is a way to be able to rebuild the soils naturally rather than chemically or synthetically. I think we've all kind of tap danced around it jokingly and not really understood it. We say, hey, I need some vitamin D, so I'm going to go outside and get some sunshine. Well, what's really cool is we can use plants. There's a natural process that really works. We can use clover, alfalfa, vetch, rye, buckwheat, barley. We have a 15 species planting that will plant into over 50% of our acreage to harvest the sun's energy and rebuild. And what's really amazing is we're seeing nutritional levels of the vegetables then that we want to consume just going up. We've seen 150 to 300 times higher than the USDA average by working in harmony with nature rather than trying to outsmart it.
So is this something people can do at home, or are you just seeing this through the industry and people who know what they're doing?
Well, we're not seeing it much in the industry. It's really kind of a small family farm group of people that are doing it, folks that follow regenerative farming. But absolutely, you can do it at home. You can rotate those crops. When you pull your spring crop out, put a buckwheat crop in and harvest that energy. Always, when you're pulling a plant out, put something back in. If you can't do that, cover it with straw. Don't let that soil be exposed. Try not to over-till it. We always used to say in farming terms of plowing the land. We don't like to plow that. You can really do much better for the soil if you'll leave it and get a cover crop in to harvest that energy and constantly be putting something in as you're taking something out.
Why don't we see it happening more in the industry? What's the reason?
Change is hard for all of us. And I think that it takes more money, it costs a little bit more. But you're either gonna pay now or you're gonna pay the doctor. What we're really seeing is a huge benefit in the nutritional levels of these. And of course, we need to really take care of our planet. And that's what we're here to talk about is Earth Day. Look, on our farm at the Chef's Garden, we think Earth Day is every single day of the year. Healthy soil, healthy vegetables, healthy people, healthy environment. That's really the crux of what we're trying to do.
Right. It's the fuel that we put in our bodies. It's the fuel we put back into our earth, right? It's all connected. How about people who want to try their hand, Farmer Lee Jones, at growing things at home, whether they have a backyard or they live in an urban environment, they've got a small garden on a balcony in an apartment. What's your advice to get started?
Absolutely. The best advice I can tell you is start, engage, do something. It's fun. It's therapeutic. It's great for the kids to be able to watch what you're doing. The early cool weather crops like radishes and lettuce and onions and peas can all go in right now, pretty much wherever you're at in the country. And then wait until your frost-free zone. And then you can put the things like the peppers and the tomatoes and the squash and things like that in. But start with some cover crops as well. We used to think that we had to have it all pretty and clean. You could put the cover crops right in with a patio tomato, and you'd be amazed what that'll pull the energy. It'll go down through the roots. It'll feed the tomato. And we're doing that all without the use of chemicals. How exciting is that?
Really exciting, right? Who needs added chemicals in our body, given what we eat these days? What's the biggest mistake you think, Farmer Jones, that people make when they're planting on their own?
A lot of times overzealous. Maybe they bite off more than they can chew. Start slow, crawl, walk, run, I think is important. And also get out to those local farmers markets and support those small family farms and talk to them and see the way that they're doing it. And you can certainly steal tips from them as well. But go to those farmers markets, know where your food is coming from. I think that you will have a greater intimacy with your food and you'll have more of an experience with it when you know the person that grew that food. It's really, really great to be able to get it local because you're reducing your carbon footprint, and having that relationship with the farmer really makes it a more special experience to eat. And we all do it 3-4 times a day.
Yeah, buy local, buy local. Right now, what's in season? What are the things that we should be looking for that are the freshest at those farmers markets?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now we're foraging for ramps that grow in the wooded areas, those are available right now. We're picking wintered over spinach and lettuces. We have wintered over carrots. You'll start to see radishes and lettuce and green onions coming into the farmers markets. And boy, it's just off and running. Asparagus is right around the corner. And then we've got asparagus, and then we'll start into the squash, and then the beans and the sweet corn. It's just to follow Mother Nature's rhythm, and you just have a menu change every week going through the whole season.
I just love your enthusiasm about vegetables. I want you at my house tonight talking to my kids about eating their vegetables, about asparagus and Brussels sprouts and carrots. I think it's just great. I'm out of time, but
so much fun.
It is fun.
Taste good.
I'm going to do a garden. I did one last year. It wasn't that good. I'm going to do some tomatoes, some peppers. I don't know what else I've got in there yet. But what is the one vegetable that is the easiest not to screw up? What would you say?
Oh, well, I think that tomatoes are certainly an easy one. I think that the big thing is we overwater. Don't overwater. Let the plant work.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.